Hey guys, it's Ashley, and so today I want to talk a little bit about gender dysphoria. As a transgender or gender fluid or gender non-conforming person, we get a lot of stress heaped upon us. And I know obviously that we're not the only people who get stress or anxiety or depression and stuff. But for right now, I am just going to be focusing on gender dysphoria. And gender dysphoria happens pretty much to almost every single transgender person. And I'm going to use transgender here as an umbrella word. So transgender is going to include gender nonconforming, gender fluid, etc. It's just easier for me for this video, although I know it's not how some people identify. But for right now, I am going to use transgender as an umbrella word. So gender dysphoria affects pretty much every single, I would say, transgender person. In fact, it's pretty much what they diagnose you with when you go see a therapist or a doctor. You get diagnosed with gender dysphoria. And from there on, if you wish, you can start hormones, etc. And although I know not all transgender people choose to go down the hormone route, and that's totally fine. But that's just what they'll say when you go to a doctor and you're going to get diagnosed with gender dysphoria. So gender dysphoria is basically just a deep, deep depression that transgender people get from their body not lining up with what their brain is. So the physical body not lining up with what your brain is telling you are. It's very hard. It's very damaging. And I think, even after you transition, and for me, I've had surgery, bottom surgery, and I am very happy and thankful for the way that I look. I can pass, etc., and everything, which makes it a lot easier on me out in the real world and everything. But, even though I know I can pass and I am satisfied with how I look and everything, I still get dysphoria. I don't think that's something that'll ever really go away. I think that with time, you just learn how to deal with it better. And certainly transitioning for some people definitely helps with the dysphoria. And the surgery helped me with my dysphoria. I now see what my brain is telling me I should see and what society tells me I should see. But I still think that dysphoria, still affects everyone. It certainly affects me still. I constantly have dysphoria, and on some days it's better or worse, and it doesn't always come around, but when it does, it hits hard, and I still feel very, very deep depression and anxiety sometimes, thanks to dysphoria. And, there's nothing that you can really do to ever get rid of dysphoria completely, I don't think. I think just the experiences and everything that we've been through as trans people lend itself to, having dysphoria. And for me, it's looking back on the experiences that I should have had and that I missed out on as a child that really hurt. Growing up, I should have grown up as a little girl and grown into a woman, but I only started presenting at 18. So I miss out when I watch TV shows and stuff. I really get depressed when I see, what I could have had, what I should have had. And when I start thinking about that, it really makes me sad and depressed. And I think, why me? Why was I born this way? Why did I have to, endure this pain, and this stress and this trauma? And it's not fair. Also, the dysphoria lends itself to my brain thinking about the what ifs in life. What if I had come out when I originally intended to at 13? Could I have started hormones sooner? Could I have transitioned sooner? Could I be living a completely different life than the one I have? Would I be more open? Would I be more social and better in relationships, etc.? And what if I had an older sister, I'm the oldest child in my family. I have one younger brother. But what if I had an older sister, Would I have been able to dress up in her clothes and discover myself sooner and come out sooner? Would my parents have seen something? A bunch of what if questions for me, and that's what a lot of the dysphoria is in my case. It's a lot of wishing and hoping and wondering what could have been and what should have been. And that's where my dysphoria hits me. Thinking about the things that I missed out on, the normal life that I could have had. Now, I am very grateful to be in the position that I am, to have transitioned so young. Even though I know there are people younger than me transitioning, and I wish I had been one of them. I am still very grateful for the age that I transitioned at, before, transgender and transitioning really hit the mainstream media. So I was right on that cusp, right before everything kind of exploded and happened, and info started getting out and everything. And I am incredibly grateful to have a supportive family. Again, I'm incredibly grateful to be blessed with passing looks and to basically be comfortable enough in my own skin now. Of course, I'm not always comfortable in my own skin. Again, that's where the dysphoria comes in and stuff. But I am very grateful to look the way I do and to be who I am, and to have a supportive family who has the resources and the money to help me transition and get surgery and help support me. But I also believe that, these are hard circumstances that we have been thrust into. And I believe that it's okay to feel sorry for yourself. I think you have to at some point, You can't just look at the positive side in your circumstances only, because yes, there are tons of positive sides. At least you're not dead. At least you didn't wait forever to transition. At least you're not homeless. Yes, there's a bunch of different, thank God and thank goodness that my circumstances are this way. But you also have to take the time to say, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. I certainly do. A lot of the time, And although I do recognize how grateful and blessed I am that my circumstances turned out the way they did, I still do feel bad. And I'm like, why did I have to be born this way? What could I have done else? Could I have transitioned sooner, etc.? And it's okay to feel sorry for yourself. It's, I think that's a normal part of life. I think that's a normal part of good therapy. I think you have to, You can't have the whole weight of the world on your shoulders and be like, oh, I'm okay because I have it better off than these people. Yes, I turn back to that, and think when I'm having dysphoria sometimes how grateful I am. But I also believe that it's okay to feel bad for yourself. It's okay to wallow and to cry, because these are hard circumstances that we are in. And it's okay to feel like it's unfair, like the world's against you. I think that you have to take time and look at yourself and look inside you and look at yourself and be like, yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. If you feel that way. I can't help that I get dysphoric. It just happens. It's just the way it is. But there are some ways to help deal with it until that feeling passes for a while. And no, it doesn't just go away. I think it's always partially there when you see other pretty girls or you see what could have been and everything. It's partially why I made this video, is I've been feeling dysphoric a little bit lately. Dysphoria is a very serious issue. It affects almost all trans people, like I said, and it's led many trans people to attempt or go through with suicide and killing themselves. And that is never the right thing to do. You can always get help, and you can always talk to someone, you can always talk to me. But the fact that you are not just ending your life, you're ending the people's around yours lives. So it doesn't just affect you when you do something like suicide. It affects every single person that you have come into contact with, that you might know, your family, your friends. They will forever remember, that pain and that sorrow. So if you're having trouble and suicidal thoughts, etc., please contact the Suicide Prevention Hotline or someone you know, someone close to you. Again, the Suicide Prevention Hotline is very, very good at their job, and they will help you through it. And also the Trevor Project is another one that you can contact in times of need. I just want to say you'll get through this. It's a tough time, but you'll get through it, and life will be better. And I just want to wish you all good luck and let you know that I love you. So, dysphoria sucks, but you're stronger than it. Remember that.